Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be going over what I think should be the roster for the Young Avengers movie. Just going to let you know that this is not necessarily based on the comics. So I'm doing some original ideas and some ideas that are true to the Young Avengers comics. So let's get into the video. Guaranteed to happen. Now I don't know if this character will show up in a Young Avengers movie or just in Avengers 4, but this would be Cassie Lane. And like I mentioned, there's actual evidence of Cassie Lane being in the movie. First of all, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, she always talks to her dad about how much she wants to fight with him and how she feels left out when he goes to fight criminals. So maybe after the events of Avengers 3, Infinity War, where Ant-Man is stuck in the quantum realm, the rest of the Ant-Man family has been snapped and has turned into dust. Maybe Cassie Lane will take revenge on criminals and become a size-changing character, just like Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, this would also play into the very common theory that there'll be a time jump after Avengers Infinity War. So we could see an older Cassie Lane that is better at fighting crime and really just follows in the footsteps of her father. Maybe she can be kind of the cornerstone for the Young Avengers movie. And the second option would be She-Hulk. Now bear with me for a second. I know what you're thinking. I know that She-Hulk is a much older character in the comics, like in her 30s, but I was thinking they could age down She-Hulk for this movie. There's a couple reasons because of this. Hulk is a very popular character right now, after Thor Ragnarok. I mean, not so much after Infinity War, but still, he's definitely a really popular character. So they want to capitalize this and also add some diversity into the mix. So they would add She-Hulk into this movie. Now, in Young Avengers, there is a member of the Hulk family, but it's not She-Hulk. His name is Hulkling. He's kind of a weird character. I can't see them putting him in the movies, so I think She-Hulk would be a good alternative. And of course they would have to age her down a bit, because in the comics she's a bit older, but I think they could definitely do that. And basically, Jessica, which is She-Hulk's identity, she's a lawyer, so maybe we could see She-Hulk as a teenager starting to get interested in law and intervening in court incidents. My next option would be Miles Morales, and I'd really like to see this happen, because I'm a big fan of Miles Morales. So if you don't know who Miles Morales is, in the comics he was inspired by the death of Spider-Man to fight crime, powers of Spider-Man, and he's just a really cool character. I really like his costume. He's been shown in a lot of forms of media, like in Sony's new animated Spider-Verse movie. And I don't think it'll be a problem to put Miles in with the whole Sonyverse issue, due to the fact that he's already technically been mentioned in the MCU. In Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter Parker is talking to Prowler, who's his uncle. I forget the exact name. I'll try to put it up on the screen if I find it. But he's talking to Spider-Man about his nephew. So that's just a really cool shout out. Since Miles Morales is his nephew, this could open up a lot of possibilities in the MCU. Now, of course, the time jump would also benefit this. So, Miles Morales, is a little bit older. It's implied that he's a younger child when his uncle is talking about him in Spider-Man Homecoming. My next option would be Shuri. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's one glaring issue with Shuri. She's a teenager in the current timeline after Avengers Infinity War. So if there's a time jump, she'll probably be an adult. Now, I did recognize this, and I was thinking maybe Shuri could play kind of the mentor character in the Young Avengers, and just really show them the ropes, provide them some guidance, build their tech, since she's a scientific genius. We could see Shuri really take up the mantle of Black Panther, maybe use that in the fight, but I really think where her strengths lie is in her leadership skills, and in her tech skills. Maybe she could help build suits for the characters, like the next character I'm going to mention, Ironheart. Next character would be Ironheart, or at least inspired by Ironheart in the comics. So I think this would be Tony and Pepper's son or daughter. Son or daughter. Maybe this movie will take place after Avengers 4, factoring in the time jump. So we'll see Tony and Pepper's daughter, or son, which is highly hinted at after the events of Infinity War and before. Maybe Tony or Pepper or both have died, and this child wants to take up the mantle, so maybe they steal one of the suits. They get themselves in trouble, maybe trying to fight the remaining forces of Thanos or something. Maybe this child will run into the New Avengers and be taken in and then kind of showed the ropes. Maybe there'll be a reckless character based on Tony Stark. My inspiration for this character would definitely be from the comics, from Riri Williams. She took up the mantle of Iron Man after he died. Although she was not the child of Iron Man, I see a lot of parallels that this could possibly happen in the MCU, and that would be extremely cool. I'm really excited for a Young Avengers movie. I hope this roster I came up with was interesting. Now keep in mind, most of these characters probably won't make the team, but it's just something cool to think about. I hope I got you guys excited for this movie. Thank you for watching.